Well, there are plenty of reasons why the dining room is collecting dust. One-person households have more than tripled since the 1940s. Also, newer construction homes are unrecognizable compared to the past, with 86% of homebuyers wanting more of an open floor plan. So here to break down this cultural shift is interior designer and founder of House of Barrie, Barrie Livingstone. Barrie, so great to see you. And I want our viewers to know, they're going to hear a British accent, but you know American households, you know American real estate.
Yes.
So I just want to put that out there.
I've been stateside since 1982, since I was 14. So I've been very much a part of the American culture landscape and sat at many a dining table across our fine 52 states. Yes.
All right. So my first question for you, is the dining room really disappearing in American households?
It depends on the size of the house. So basically, houses that are already that have been in existence since the 70s, 80s, and 90s, yes. On the smaller scale apartments and the smaller scale homes, yes, the dining rooms are being reduced in size because of open plan living.
And when did you first start noticing this shift?
I think probably about 10 years ago, as what we're seeing now in American cities is infill. So people are, developers are coming along and knocking down a house and building 6 townhouses, and they're squidging them in, and it's very small. So very important. It's more important for a kitchen and a living room to watch TV in than to a lot of space for a dining room, and that's where it's coming in a lot of the inner cities, more or less.
And I have to think, we're all Americans, right? But, there are certain areas that things are a little bit different. Is this a factor in certain areas, in certain states, maybe along the coast versus others?
Yeah, that's a very good thing you mentioned. I mean, I spend most of my time on the West Coast and also in Florida. So when you have open spaces, when you have living, dining, and kitchen all together, there's not so much a need for it, because if you have a large kitchen or an eating kitchen or something with an island where people can sit and eat, then that's where people will tend to gravitate to. But in larger homes, I think larger homes, mainly up north and in places where it's colder, you tend to have rooms that are more enclosed. And when you have those enclosed rooms, that's when you have those rooms that you never go in, like the dining room, collecting dust on the table.
And at the top of this, we mentioned new construction. And so I have to ask, how much of this has to do with the housing market crisis and the skyrocketing prices and mortgages we've seen for homes?
I think that is all of those factors that you've mentioned are a little bit too new for it to come down the line. I think that all of these inflation and all of these costs are relatively new in the past 4 or 5 years since COVID. But what we have seen is, since COVID, as we know, during COVID, we had to rule the world from our dining table. We had to sit in front of our Zooms. We couldn't leave the house. And all of a sudden, the dining room became a place where we did all of our work. So I recommend people who've got smaller spaces and want to have a dining room but need an office, if you can get something like a buffet or a console that has storage in it, then you can organize yourself and have everything in baskets. And every morning you wake up, you open the drawers and you put everything out, and you're all organized. And at the end of the day, it all goes back in, and then you can have dinner on it.
I love it. This is a two-parter. My last question for you. Barrie, do you think we'll see the pendulum swing back and American dining rooms will make a comeback, or are we going to start to see other traditional staples of American homes kind of start to disappear and become extinct?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, basically, as you were saying before, as more and more people are living with just 1 or 2 people in a house, or single people in a residence, that does affect how we entertain and how we act in our houses. But I do feel like people like to have dinner. Dinner has always been a place when, if it wasn't family, it was where friends come together as well. And I think even though in a time where people aren't cooking as much and they're ordering in, it's still nice to order your food in and collect it at the front door and sit down with your friends at the table. So I feel like it is making a comeback, and will do.
And I do have to say, Barrie, as we watch this video that's playing through, I mean, it does. It brings up nostalgia. It is nice to gather around with people. So we'll see if it comes back. Barrie Livingstone,
it's great.
Thank you so much for your time.
Always good, Nichole. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.